All right, I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how I get my Amfleets to roll. So I had requests to make a YouTube video on it, as well as what I do to put in the lights. I did put out a video a couple weeks back about how to do the lights, but I guess people actually want to see a video. So here, without further ado, this is a brand new Amfleet 1 coach. I have quite a few of them. Been collecting them for a while, so I'm not entirely sure what run this is from, but I know I've heard that other runs roll better than others, I guess. But anyways, this is an Amfleet 1. That's the serial number on it. 920-11205. I don't know if that makes a difference, but anyways. So we'll unbox it and see how it rolls straight out of the box. One thing I will say is that these cars can take quite a beating. Alright, so yeah, rolls kind of with a handbrake on. So anyways, we'll fix that and I'll show you what I do, how I do it. I mean, people might reserve judgment, that's fine. I'm good with that, but I mean, to me, it's more important to have 8 coaches running a train than an interior. But I did pull out the interiors on the first experiments that I did. However, when I did it to the Amfleet 2s, I ended up putting the interiors back in and just removing the weights, and I didn't really notice a difference. So it was neither here or there. The engines could still pull up to 8 cars. When I talk about engines, I'm talking about the ACS 64 and an AEM 7. There is a little bit of wheel slip with the AEM 7, but I think I'm going to correct that with sorry, I just had to grab it. Correct that with some bullfrog snot. I've never tried this stuff, but apparently the Steam guys use it and they swear by it, but we shall see. All right, let's get into it. Neat little tool, bought on Amazon. Electric screwdriver, believe me, it's a lifesaver and a game changer. We'll remove the trucks. Now we'll separate the frame from the main body. That'll take, is it 6 screws? All right, now we'll separate the frame from the shell. So I kind of push these apart and pull up. Same thing on the other side. All right, there we go. Set the body aside there for now. So in order to get the seats out, you'll have to take the screws that hold the couplers, as well as these screws on the inside.
All right, now this should just pull out. I really don't care about the interiors. Just not that type of guy. But if you want to go back and put them back in, a little CA, do the trick. So I pull these out. I remove the weights. The lighted interiors that they come with, I bought a bunch of lighting kits at one time and I installed them, and they didn't work at all. It's actually quite disappointing. So what I'd probably do, and I just don't have time today and I don't have it, but I would take either some tint from, I mean, you can go buy the tint at any auto place, but you could use that type of tint to tint the windows, or you can just spray the Tamiya tint, which I mean, looks good. I find it goes a little bit too dark sometimes, but probably down the road I'll probably tint these windows a little bit more. Just not today. All right, so now that I got the weights out, I'm going to go ahead and put back the screws for the couplers. All right, that's on. Where'd the other guy go? Right there. Sorry if you can hear the kids out there screaming, it's March break. All right, so that's about it. Now, like I said, if you want to go back and put in the interiors, you can, but I mean, I don't, because I mean, the way I do my marker lights, like I said, I never really had much luck with track powered lighting. I mean, I've done marker lights several different ways, including using like a magic wand, capacitor, all that, but I found the most reliable way is just using a battery and shutting it off. Especially with as easy as the ends are to take out. I mean, it's, I don't know, it's cat's ass to me anyway. Okay, where we're at. So I'm gonna take this, we're gonna put it back into the body. Like I said, just push those back together. Oh, make sure those screws line up. It's important, the screws only go to one direction when you put them on, so. Sometimes it is a pain in the ass. There we go. And like, these things can take a beating, so don't be scared. Believe me. All right. Usually tighten the middle ones first, I don't know why. Okay, now we're all back together. All right, let's grab these bad boys and we'll set this aside. I'll show you what I do with the trucks. So normally I'll leave these trucks to sit and dry overnight, but I don't have time today. So basically I just take regular old WD-40. I'm sure there's another product out there, but I mean, I've been using this for years. I haven't had any issues at all. So take what you want from that. So I just put it all over here on where the bearing is and the axle, or I guess there really isn't a bearing in there, but all right, I just kind of let it work in there. give it another shot. Oh, flip it the other way. All right, now it's just a matter of cleaning everything up. So we'll just dry it all out. Like I said, usually I'll let this sit overnight, dry up a bit more just so I don't get anything on the track, but not that it really makes a difference. And yeah, WD-40 smells like WD-40, but it only stinks for a little bit. It goes away after a while. Okay, so once you got all the initial grease or whatever that stuff is, WD-40 off that, then I take it and I put it on the track just to make sure that the wheels are clean. You want to keep doing that till you stop seeing the oil come off. And this will work it in. All right, so once you got that all taken care of, let's get this back in here. Take your NMRA gauge and just gauge the wheels. Make sure they're okay. All right, ready to go. Okay, now we put the trucks back on. Backwards. My screwdriver demagnetized. Okay, now that's all back on there. You could have put the screws back in for the interior if you wanted to, but I mean, like I said, it doesn't really make a difference. It's not like it's going anywhere. It doesn't flop around, doesn't move. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could have put it in there, but doesn't really bother me. All right, next we'll do the lights. All right, so for the marker lights, you're gonna need a soldering iron, which is another handy tool that I bought off Amazon. Perfect for these small little jobs. Some flux, some solder, piece off there. I got some LED lights off Amazon. They're just red. Excuse me. No resistor. Just use it straight up. Use it with a 2032 battery energizer. That's what they had at the dollar store. This is a coin battery holder, and it comes with an on and off switch. All right, so what you want to do is you want to take your Amfleet end. Locate the marker lights. Sometimes there's a little flash on there that gets in the way. Accelerator will be your friend in this case. And some CA. Hopefully this is, oh, no, that one's no good. That end's broken. So I've done a lot of these, so I mean, I've gotten pretty used to the method that I'm going to show you. So back in the day, I was using tape and just taping them on there, and then putting a dab of CA and hitting it with accelerator. But lately, I've been just spraying it with accelerator and then dabbing the LED and then sticking them on like that. It just seems to be working a lot better for me. So anyways, we'll take some CA, put some CA right there. I'm going to take this and I'm going to spray the whole end of it with accelerator. All right. Okay, you dip your LED. And this is an Instabond. I think that's what the name of the product is. It Instabonds. So be careful. There we go. So just let that set up for a little bit. So to mitigate the light bleed, you can do two things. You can either use some electrical tape or paint it black. In this case, I will probably paint it black just because it will go a lot quicker. To me, a flat black's all you need. All right, we're back at it. Sorry, I had to charge the phone, check on the kids. Gosh, you go to the garage for 2 seconds and the whole neighborhood is in there eating everything in the kitchen. Crazy. All right, so I did put another little coat of black paint on the back of those lights. So what I like to do first is take the wires, put them in an X like this. I'll show you why in a minute. I like getting them in an X like this. Hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. And then I take a bit of CA and glue these wires in place. And then we'll hit it with the Instabond again. So that's accelerator, and it should just glue those right in. Usually takes about 8 seconds for it to set up. So once we get that done, I'll let that sit. I just need to grab the wire cutters. Wire strippers. Okay. So now we'll bring the wires together and we will twist them. And just get them all nice and together. Just like this. All right, I'll cut and we'll come back to this. Okay, now it's just a matter of red to red, black to black. So we'll probably strip these a little bit more. Just to give me something to bite to. All right. All right, so now I just take these wires and twist them together. Just like this. In the meantime, I'll take the soldering iron, another neat tool that I got off Amazon. And we'll heat it up. Get that ready to go. There we go. Get that heating. Oh, this one broke off. All right, I'm out of flux. Put some flux on there. And we'll get the other one, we'll get this queued up and ready to go. So I usually put a bigger shrink tube first. All right, followed by smaller shrink tube. That might be too small. Oh, fits. All right, so taut enough. Then we're just gonna solder these together. No real trickery here. Flux. Pre-tin it a little bit. All right, let's do some, join it up. All right, take a piece of tape. It doesn't move on us. Of course, it never really goes smoothly when you're on camera. All right. Shut that bad boy off. Well, we got everything together. Put this piece of shrink tube. Actually, I gotta turn it back on. Gotta melt the tube. Red's its highest setting. I'm gonna slide the tube over top of the joint, and then we'll melt it together. All right, then I take this big one, just put it over top of these two. Actually, kind of further. Put the wire in there. There we go. Okay. All right, now we're in business. Get your whole assembly together. Actually, I don't like how much that's melted. Melt this a little bit more. Okay. Put the battery in and hopefully it works. So you open that up and then just find the positive, negative jazz. It's negative to the bottom. There we go. We're lighting up so far. That's great. Look at that. These things are super bright. All right, so I just like sending this battery right down to the other end. Sometimes you got to pull out the screw for the coupler to get it to... That's all you need to do. There we go. And we'll just let it go all the way down to the end there. All right, same thing with this. Just pull it out enough so you can get it like just like this, and then flip it around. That way you got access to the switch whenever you need it. And if you put the screw back up, it should stay in place. Okay. Next, we're just gonna put this back in. Drive the screw back into the coupler. Grab the other end piece, and then if you want to turn it on, we can turn the marker lights on. We do that. If you want to turn it off, you turn it off. So we got them on. So next, and then it's just press fitting the ends back in place, and we're done.
All right, let's put it on and see how she rolls. A lot better than it was. All right, now if you want to shut your marker lights off, just take the flathead, and flip the switch. There we go. All done.
So there you go. Nothing weird going on. Just do what I showed you to all the coaches and you'll be able to get on the go like this.